Hey, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And today we are talking about the New Balance Propel V4. This is an exciting shoe, Meg.
It is. It's a shockingly exciting shoe.
And right off the bat, what's the feature of this shoe that stands out the most?
I guess that there's a new TPU plate and FuelCell.
You could say that. I would say it's the price. You're getting a lot of New Balance technology in this shoe for a price of $110.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to fall into that, I guess, budget daily trainer category.
All the shoes in the category of daily trainer, even the less expensive ones, have all bumped up this year. Pegasus is $130. I think even the Kinvara is up now to $120 or so. I forget the exact price. The shoes on the lower end that used to be maybe $100, they're around $110. So I would consider this a budget shoe at this point at $110. And it actually has a lot of nice features for a budget shoe. And so far, these features add up to be one of, I think, the best deals in running of a brand new shoe that's not on sale. Let's go with this no-sew upper. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so this no-sew upper, as you so aptly called it, is it's pretty good. There's not a lot going on. There's no gusseted tongue here, but there is some decent padding around the collar and heel. I thought it was okay and breathable. What did you think?
This is where, if I was gonna say you could tell it's a little bit of a budget shoe, this is where it shows up. It's not the most premium of materials, but it does work. It's breathable, lands right on my foot. It pretty much held my foot. There's a little puckering, but I always get that with some New Balance shoes. I think they cater to a little bit of a wider foot. I've got a little more of a narrow foot, but overall it fit well. Now, Meg, you had a little bit of heel lift in the beginning.
It is a nice wide forefoot here, so accommodated my wider foot. Great. So the heel slippage issue that I talked about a little bit in our first thoughts video, and then the guys said that I had to use the additional lace hole, which you can see it's still tied.
Typically that's a runner's loop.
I did use it, which helped a bit with that heel lift that I was getting. There is still some there. It's not like this perfect fit. It could be partially due to having a TPU plate here. Overall, that seemed to fix the problem. So if you do want to take the time to lace that guy up, it works.
I didn't have that issue as much. I could feel a little heel lift when I first started, but as I was out on the run, it didn't bother me at all.
All right, let's talk about this FuelCell and TPU plate situation underfoot.
All right, well, this is interesting because this FuelCell, there's different forms of FuelCell. This FuelCell right here, there's the same one that's in the beloved SC trainer.
Beloved.
So it is. It was one of the most popular shoes last year.
It's one of my favorite trainers.
It was hard for us not to give it Trainer of the Year. It got beat out by Nova Blast. I think some of us go back and forth on which one should have really won. It's a little bit different because that one uses the Energy Arc plate and setup. This looks like it, but doesn't perform the same way. It's got this TPU plate. It's going to be a little less snappy.
Yeah, so plastic plate versus the carbon fiber plate. So it's not that, real bouncy, lively feeling. But I will say, it feels pretty good underfoot. Like this foam, to me, it feels like a beefed down version of the SC trainer.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a little less bouncy.
Yeah.
A little bit less, I don't know. But you also get some stability on this being a lower stack. Do you know what the stack is, Meg?
Yeah, so the stack is 31.25. You have a 6mm drop. So it's a decent amount of cushioning. It's not your 40mm plus. But
I'd say it's your daily trainer cushioning.
Right. I've probably done like 50 miles on this at this point.
Jeez.
And yeah, I'm enjoying it for easy runs. And I also feel like you can pick up the pace.
I disagree with you a little bit on that, but it's easier for you to pick up the pace than it is for me. It feels like a solid daily trainer for me. So that's where I would stick it. The weight is going to be what takes it away from going fast. But before we get there, I just wanted to cover some of this rubber. Again, for 110, the amount of rubber coverage on this shoe, the fact that there's no seams in the upper, there's nothing to break down on this. With this much rubber coverage, plastic plate, foam, simple upper, this could last for, I think you could get more than 300 miles out of this.
Oh, easily, yeah. I feel like you can probably put 500 or more on this shoe, which is incredible when you think back that it's $110.
Yeah, so we went and you said that you could pick up the pace in it a little bit. When I talk about the weight, for my men's size 10.5, this was 11 ounce, I'll just call it 11 ounces straight, 312 grams. And that's a little bit on the heavy side, and where I felt that when I was like finishing my runs, when I was getting that last quarter mile in or 0.75 in, you know, I could start to feel a little fatigue in the legs.
Yeah, so for my women's 7.5, it comes in around 8.5 ounces, 240 grams. The weight didn't bother me. And similar to the SC Trainer, I think we would all agree that that's a little bit of a heavier shoe, but it's worth it for the bounce and the nice ride. So I felt similarly with this one, and the weight didn't bother me when we talk about picking up the pace. I felt like with this firmer TPU plate in here, it did give you that nice like energy return and bounce, and I felt like I could I'm not gonna go out and do my long run marathon pace workouts in this, but if I'm doing a short run, I'm picking up the pace, I think it works.
Yeah, you're probably right. And it also could be we're in the middle of marathon training, so all my miles have felt a little sluggish towards the end. I do think it is a really good deal for what it is, like the components you're getting, the way that it's put together, the quality of the foam. It's a fun shoe for this price, and I feel like, you know, my son's getting into running a little bit. This is a shoe that I'd love to put him in because it's not a huge investment, and I think it can do it all for him. So
yeah,
this would be a good choice for him.
Yeah, so this one was kind of a surprise for me. I didn't love the previous iterations of this shoe. I thought it was a little bit too firm and not enough.
It's just like kind of like cloppy.
So here we are with V4, and I'm loving it.
All right, so what light would you give this?
I'm pretty sure we all know it's getting the green light.
Yeah, it's getting the green because it's going to save you green, and it's a good shoe.
Look at
so there you go.
Full tire.
Check it out. You can get it now from New Balance or from, is this at Running Warehouse?
Pretty sure.
All right, so pick up a pair if you're looking for a low budget daily trainer, and I think you'll be happy. All right, Meg, what should people do?
So if you haven't yet, definitely give us a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. I think we do stuff on TikTok sometimes, but you know where to find us.
Yeah, my favorite thing to say is if you want to catch everything, just subscribe to the email, because once a week we put out what reviews we put out. We do written reviews, we do upcoming events. So check that out and stay in the loop. Anything else?
That's it.